Hello everybody, it's Jen. I am using the Memory Box Snowglobe Wishes and Chamel Christmas Magic 6x6 paper pad today for card number 4 in my 2016 holiday card series. So I'm just going to ink up the snow globe using VersaFine Black Onyx ink, and I'm going to stamp this twice just to get a nice clean crisp image. Then I'm going to place the ground stamp that comes in the set, and I'm going to get that in place, and then I'm going to ink it up with some Stampin' Up ink in Old Olive, and this way I won't have to do any coloring for the ground. So I stamp this twice as well just to make sure that it's a nice vibrant Christmas green color. And because it didn't touch the bottom of the snow globe exact, I'm just using a paintbrush here and dipping it into the ink to fill in where it missed stamping. So I'm going to be using the little Santa Claus that comes in this kit. It also has some reindeer images which are adorable. And again, I'm going to stamp him twice, and then I'm going to use some masking tape, and it's just Post-it note tape, to cover him up so that I can stamp on his little Santa sack, which is so adorable. So I want it to look like he's holding that in his hand. So I stamp that image, and then I am ready to color. So I'm showing you the colors here. I'm using alcohol markers, and for the bottom of the snow globe, I wanted to make it look kind of like a gold color or a copper color, just so that it kind of went with a wood grain kind of look, was sort of what I was going for. And so I'm just using the tip to tip technique here just to make sure there's a nice smooth blend. And then I'm going to finish up with the lightest color, and then I'm ready to move on to his areas that are white. So I'm going to be using some cool gray colors, and I'm just going to give the white pieces some dimension. So under his nose and stuff around his beard would be darker, so I'm just coloring that in, and then on his clothing just to give it a not so bright white look. So then I'm going to go in and do his skin, and you'll see here I did forget his nose for a little bit. I'm going to put the cheeks in and then realize that I forgot to do his nose as well. So there's the cheeks. And then I'm going to go back and do the skin color on his nose. And I did put a little bit of pink on his nose as well to look like his nose was a little bit cold. So then I'm going to move in with the reds for his outfit. And I'm just using 3 colors here. I'm doing a combination of my Spectrum Noir and my Copic markers. So just putting a dark shade around where the shadows would be, and I'm using a brown for that. I really like brown for shadowing on red. So going to get that all blended and then do the final coat here, and then I'm going to use a black gel pen for his eyes. It's the glaze pen, and for his button on his coat. And then I'm going to move on to his little Santa sack, which I'm using warm gray Copic markers for. So I put a little line there in the middle to make it look like the bag was full of goodies. And then I am going to do the background. I wanted it to look like a snow globe, so I'm using a very pale kind of tealy blue color here to outline the image and the ground and then around the snow globe. And then I'm going to use a blender pen just to blend that and make sure that it looks seamless. So here's where I'm using the blender pen, and after I do this, I'm going to do some snow and some snowflakes. So I'm using Coastal Cabana by Stampin' Up to stamp the snowflakes that come in the stamp set, and you can see there I didn't get one of them perfect, but that's okay because snowflakes aren't perfect. And then I'm using a white Jelly Roll pen to do snow. I did that all along the background, but because you can't see it, I cut most of it out. And then I just wanted to show you how I did the snow over the image to look like the snow was falling all over the snow globe, including over Santa Claus. So I start doing the ground, and then I realize that I want to do the sentiment. So I'm using the Ho Ho Ho, which comes in this stamp set as well. So I'm going to use some VersaFine ink for that, and then I'm going to come back in and finish the snow around the sentiment, just to make sure that I had it where I wanted it to be. Play around with that, and then I'm going to fussy cut the image and start with the construction of the card. So I cut out this piece of paper from the Christmas Magic paper pad. I thought this was cute. It's a paper that I probably wouldn't normally gravitate towards, but I thought it made a cute background for this card. And I'm using a standard A2 size card, and then I'm going to use some green twine. It's like an olive dark green, and I'm going to wrap that around 3 times, and then for the purpose of the card I just adhered it with some washi tape on the back, and then I'll go back and adhere it better after finishing the card. So I also cut out this circle from the paper pad, and you could use a bigger circle if you wanted to. I think it would be fine. You can see that the tips either side of the globe here are not quite within the circle, but it doesn't bother me. So I did use foam adhesive for the back of the globe just so that it pops up, and then for the inside I'm using the Merry Christmas sentiment that comes in the kit as well. So that is my card for day number 4. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you soon for my 5th card. Thanks for watching.